In today's video, we're going to share with you our travel plans for 2026 and the thought process we had around the 11 destinations that we're going to visit this year.
Exciting.
Hi, I'm Kim.
And I'm Frank.
And we're F&K Life.
So the first consideration we had when planning our year ahead was obviously budget. We are not budget travelers, not by a long shot. Now, full disclosure, this is our third year traveling and we have managed to successfully go over budget for the first 2 years. Not by a huge amount. Well, that's not true. A huge amount the first year, a less huge amount the second year. And we're hoping, hope springs eternal.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed that we might actually be on budget for this year coming. So what we're looking at when we're doing this is to try to do the geo arbitrage thing.
To help us with this, we do have an American Express British Airways credit card. And from this, we receive a companion voucher each year. We both have a card, which effectively means we get buy one, get one free flights. And we found this good travel hack that if we fly with Iberia, and we fly from Madrid to South America, we can get return business class flights for a cash amount of £472 plus Avios. So for us, that's a really good deal. To get to fly business class.
And that's for two people for return flights. So that's really £100 per flight, more or less, per person, which in business class is...
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And the reason for this, I think, is that London has extortionate taxes added if you go via or from London. So flying from Madrid with Iberia is a good tip.
And we also have a Barclays upgrade voucher as well. Again, with BA, we can pay using Avios with this voucher. So if we pay for premium economy, then we'll get business class. So that's another hack that we're looking to use when we're looking at our planning and what continents we're going to go to. Also for this year, we're taking 5 long-haul flights in total. So 2 returns and 1 flight out to, spoiler alert, Asia at the end of the year.
Yes, you're revealing everything. No, we really are trying to limit those long-haul flights. And I think 5 for us should be a maximum in principle. Now, the second factor we're considering when looking at the year ahead is that we are following seasons and we want to avoid extreme heat and certainly extreme cold as well. We're still chasing the 20 to 25 degrees Celsius because that's what makes us the happiest. So generally, we will stick to temperate climates and temperate seasons, but we also want to avoid the busy tourist season. So summer in Europe, for example, it's too hot in the south of Europe, but also it's too busy with tourists.
Otherwise, we're just fighting for accommodation.
And everything's more expensive, crucially, yes.
The other thing we're trying to do in 2026 is to slow down even further. So we're looking to spend a month in each destination and also in any of our favourite destinations. Please check out our F&K Awards video to see which of those are. We're looking to spend 2 months in those locations. This also means that we have fewer travel days and fewer flights, which helps us with our budget, but also cuts down in the stress of moving so much.
Nobody likes long travel days, for sure. So yes, slowing down is very important to us. One of the things we've discovered over the last 2 years is that the first week or the first few days in any destination is the most challenging, the most stressful, because we're trying to explore. We don't know the area. We don't know where to eat. We don't even know what to eat sometimes. That's where we make the most mistake. And that only applies to new places. So if we go back to our favorite places, we don't have to do that discovery all over again. And another advantage of slowing down and possibly spending a month or 2 is that you do immerse yourself much deeper into the culture and also the language. I'm so looking forward, and again, that's going to be a spoiler, but I'm so looking forward to the year ahead where I get to practice my Spanish for a couple of months. I get to practice my Portuguese in Brazil. I've revealed it. I continue learning Thai. So all those things I can only do if I really have full immersion for a bit longer than a month.
The other thing that we're looking to do is to continue to make more connections in our travels. It's been really nice connecting with a local restaurant or cafe or bar that we go to get to know the local people or to meet up with fellow nomads in 2025. So we're definitely looking to do more of that this year.
Another factor which we have learned over the first 2 years of our traveling is that we were initially, I was going to say shackled or trapped.
Limited.
Limited. We decided to limit ourselves to fit with the travel insurances we had, the American Express Platinum card, but it limited us to a maximum trip duration of 90 days. Then also, if you travel more than 8 months out of the previous 12, then the cover would not apply anymore. So initially we thought we need to make sure we don't travel so much. And then we realized we ended up spending more money on flights, even though we were spending less on travel insurance. So as a result, we decided to free ourselves from this and accept that we're going to have to get proper nomad insurance. We don't have to limit ourselves to 90 days. We can go for 4 months, 5 months in one region. And really, we're saving money because we're flying less back and forward between continents.
And we really hope that we're going to have hopefully 20 odd years of traveling. So we can take our time and go to discover the places that we want and to go back to our favorites as well.
Exactly. There's no pressure to see everything in the first 2 years, the first 5 years even, which takes us on to a big factor for us is that we have realized now that our perfect nomadic life balance is 50-50 between discoveries and old favorites. So we will spend 50% of our time exploring new cities and new countries, and the other 50% returning to some old favorites. So this year for 2026, we have 5 months in new places that we haven't been to and we're quite excited of discovering. We also have 5 months where we're going back to our old favorite places. And then the other 2 months will be returning home. So visiting family, visiting friends.
We're really not looking to just tick countries off a list.
No.
For us, it's more important to find the countries that we love visiting and add them to our rotation. It's not a case of just always going to see new places.
So let's get into it. What is our itinerary for 2026? So there you go. On the screen, you can see where we're planning to spend some time this year.
Woo.
So the first place, as I already mentioned, is Mexico. Now, we decided to fly to Mexico this year because so many people had recommended it to us. The other thing is, when we travel the world, one of the foods we do enjoy is Mexican food and margaritas. Yay! Woohoo! That was our first destination a month in Querétaro in Mexico, and this is where we are filming today. So yes, Mexico represented a chance to discover the real Mexican food and the real Mexican culture, and for me to get back to learning Spanish a little bit as well. We're following this with Mendoza. Now, if you watched our previous videos, you'll know that is now one of our top destinations, definitely a top 3, and we are going back to it. But this time, we wanted to experience it for 2 months. So we managed actually to save money also by negotiating directly with our Airbnb hosts. And that means we're going to be returning to a flat that we really liked in a perfect area for us in Mendoza and spend 2 months there. We're very excited. So that's going to be February to mid-April.
And we should say, although we've been month by month, we actually move at the middle of each month within this. We're then returning back to Scotland and France. We need to sort a few things out back home, but more importantly, we want to see our families and our friends.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend time there. We haven't planned out exact dates for this, but we know that we're going to be there for the months of April and May. And then our next long haul flight out, we did consider going to South Africa, but we just couldn't find any flights that worked. And as I said before, because the Iberia deal is so good to get business class flights, we're going to take the chance to see more of South America because we both really enjoyed it. We've so far just booked our flights. So we fly out mid-June and we fly back mid-October. And from our planner, this is what we think we're going to do.
We'll start with Córdoba. So we have been to Argentina when we spent a month in Buenos Aires last year, but every time we considered Córdoba, we kept postponing it because we wanted to go back to Mendoza. So for us, Córdoba seems to have good nightlife and all the things we enjoy in terms of food and live music. So this will be a new discovery and we're quite excited to visit it. The next country will be Chile. So this one, it really is an obvious one for us because it's a wine region. We do enjoy a lot of the Chilean wines. So we're hoping to go to Santiago de Chile and spend a good month there.
And then the next country we wanted to go back to is Brazil. And we really enjoyed last year. We went to Vitória that we really liked and had our first experience of Rio. So this year we're looking to explore more northern Brazil and to hopefully check out João Pessoa. and spend at least a month there. And we'd really like to go back to Rio as well. We only got to spend a few days, and we actually really like the lifestyle and culture there.
Yes, we really like the vibe in Rio, especially in the Leblon area. And so we'd like to sort of just go back and get more of a feel.
Yeah, we really didn't spend enough time there, so that'll be great. And then we have a flight booked back mid-October to Madrid, and our plan from there is to go back to Asia.
To Vietnam and go to Hanoi. We spent a bit of time in Hanoi, again, just a week in 2024, and we really loved the vibe there. So we thought it might be worth spending a bit more time in northern Vietnam. And also it might be a chance for us to go into the mountains or do a cruise or at least visit Ha Long Bay, which seems so beautiful and worth seeing.
So from there, we are looking to go to Laos because we've not been there yet. And we've heard so many good things about Luang Prabang. Hope I'm saying that right. Looking for any other recommendations anyone has for Laos, but we'll look to spend a month there and then do the Mekong River cruise through to Chiang Mai, and then our last destination for the year, which will be
Thailand.
Yay!
We're going back for the third time to Chiang Mai.
Yeah, we love Chiang Mai, and spoiler alert, we're going to be there for December and January. So really hope that we get to meet up again with a lot of the people that we've met this time, which would be great.
And we're about to release our budget for Chiang Mai, the 2 months we spent last year. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. The temperature in Chiang Mai is so much more pleasant at this time of year. So we're definitely going to do December and January.
So now you've seen our itinerary. Are there any changes that you might suggest? Anywhere else that you could recommend for us? At the moment, we've got accommodation booked through till June. We've got flights to South America, going out in June, coming back in October, and we know that we want to return to Asia in Q4.
So any recommendations that you have on neighborhoods in different cities we've mentioned there we're planning to go to, or maybe you say, oh, don't go to this part, don't go to this town, go to this one instead. And we're not promising we'll listen to you, but we'd love to hear the thoughts.
We will listen.
Oh, we will listen. So we're not promising we'll change our plans, but we'd love to stay fluid with this, especially for those of you that have been following us now for the last few months. You know what we like: good food, good wine, and the general nightlife where we get to listen to great music. So do recommend the best areas for us.
Please.
And the other thing, looking at our calendar, if you're planning trips in the same region, we'd love to meet up with you.
We're quite friendly. We'll always go out and meet you for a drink or some food or even a coffee.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to our channel because we have a lot of adventures, budgets, and other tips to share with you. And we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye.